These pictures are first on headlines today. 22 personnel rescued off the Gujarat coast late last night. This is off the coast of Jharkhand. Gujarat Coast Guard involved in this multiple rescue effort. 22 personnel rescued from a vessel that was grounded. It was in distress. One person is still missing. The search is on for that missing sailor. Search operations began when a distress call was made at 10:30 last night, 9 nautical miles off the Jharkhand Coast Guard base. The Coast Guard had deployed hovercrafts and an interceptor boat in this rescue operation. Headlines today is Jugal Purohit and Shivarur now join me for more on this story. Jugal, how did this boat get grounded? Who were these sailors?
Well, Gaurav, as we understand, these pictures have emerged from the rescue operation which began at 22:30 last night, that's 10:30 p.m., which is when the Coast Guard received a distress message of a particular vessel being stranded and hit by a snag. At that point in time, a hovercraft was dispatched immediately to the site. Jharkhand is a very, very important area for the Indian Coast Guard, not only from the point of view of search and rescue, but also from the point of view of its proximity to the international maritime boundary line. Now, it's a place where very often Pakistani fishermen have been intercepted and arrested. So there is a lot of assets that the Coast Guard has, and a hovercraft was immediately dispatched along with an interceptor boat. Subsequently, in fact, throughout the night, last night, there were multiple such calls and multiple, requirements for assistance at 9 nautical miles from Jharkhand, and then very, very close to the coast while the party was returning. In all of these operations, the interceptor boat and the hovercraft, they've done the job, and one person unfortunately remains missing. That's the person who's still being traced by the Coast Guard, and as we see these pictures showing us, is the nature of work that the Coast Guard does. The sea is extremely choppy, the swell is there, the wind is there, which actually caused a lot of delay insofar as executing the search operation was concerned. Even though they spotted the particular vessel which needed assistance at 2:30, until 6:30 they could not launch themselves close because of the kind of sea that was. They kept reassuring the crew and ensured that they could finally get them all out of danger. Back to you.
Shiv, what more do we know of this rescue operation? These are waters where Coast Guard activity has been intensified in the past several months.
Absolutely correct, Gaurav. And I think, also the context is very interesting. Remember, over the last few days, there has been, a pretty negative sort of spotlight on Coast Guard operations, first to do with the terror boat and then to do with DIG Loshali. But, this very dramatic, very brave rescue operation by the Coast Guard has served, to remind that there's a job to be done, there are duties at hand, and that the Coast Guard, is prepared to respond, in the event of search and rescue operations as it just has. There are many such, incidents which go unreported, and I'm glad that, we here at Headlines Today have access to these pictures and the details of this very dramatic rescue. 22 people have been rescued. Unfortunately, one person continues to be missing at this time, Gaurav. They were able to use interceptor boats as well as hovercraft. And remember, this was an especially difficult operation, as Jugal just pointed out, because the weather was pretty bad. It was completely dark, as these pictures testify. The weather was really bad. There were apparently 5 feet high waves, actually lashing this particular area, which is why there was a lot of instability. The second barge was quite a distance away from the first barge after it actually sank. So it's actually quite miraculous, what we understand from our sources, that the search and rescue was able to be, completed so quickly. Any number of things could have actually gone wrong. Nobody knows, if how many of those people on board those barges, could have actually swum if they had sunk with that. Remember, one person is still missing. So this was a coordinated operation late at night in not very good weather, in rough waters, and the entire operation actually came through pretty successfully. I think it throws some good light on the Coast Guard during an especially difficult time for the service in Gujarat at this time.
Jugal Purohit and Shivarur for the moment. Many thanks for joining me.